All right, y'all. Here's a question. Why men don't approach women anymore? Glad you asked. Let's get into it, family. Happy Saturday, everybody. Number one, the fear of rejection. Women today, as we know, have some unrealistic standards. Some women. Unless he has a six-pack, six figure, and is 6 feet, you can't talk to him. Number two, it's not just about the fear of rejection. For some men, it's the fear of being labeled a creep or a predator because the man that's approaching you isn't your type. So because he's interested in you, he a creep? Come on now. Number three, online dating, which has made it so men don't have to get rejected in person. Number four, social media. Now you can just run up in somebody's DM. You don't have to have communication skills. I think all this technology and everything has made our communication skills terrible, y'all. Terrible. And last, we've seen how women will reject men in unnecessarily rude ways. It's okay to not be interested, to try to embarrass them. Y'all, we gotta stop.
What if I told you that men all around the world are choosing to walk away from women in unprecedented numbers? It sounds unbelievable, but it's happening right before our eyes. Men are pulling away from relationships, commitment, and the idea of dating. And today we're going to uncover why this is happening and what it means for the future of relationships. This might be a wake-up call for both men and women, so stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand the reasons behind this mass exodus and what it means for your own dating life. The changing dynamics of modern relationships. In recent years, the dating world has shifted dramatically. Social norms have changed, expectations have evolved, and technology has altered the way we interact. For many men, the traditional idea of relationships, meeting someone, falling in love, and building a life together, now feels like a foreign concept. Yeah, nothing says, "I'm interested," like texting your friends in the middle of a conversation, right? The problem is that the expectations for men in relationships have become almost impossible to meet. Men are expected to be emotionally available, financially successful, and constantly attentive, but often with little in return. And when they don't meet those expectations, it's seen as a failure. This has created a significant emotional burden, and for many men, it's simply easier to walk away than to continue fighting an uphill battle. The rise of individualism and self-preservation. As society becomes more individualistic, the desire for personal freedom and self-preservation has never been stronger. Men are realizing that they can live fulfilling, happy lives without the complications of a relationship. They are focusing on their personal growth, career, and well-being, instead of pouring emotional energy into a partnership that might not give them the same in return. Who knew that a loyal dog could be the perfect companion when you need peace and quiet? Sometimes, less drama is all you need. Men are no longer seeking validation through relationships. The idea that happiness must come from another person is losing its grip. They're learning that their happiness is in their own hands, and that they can build a full life without the emotional roller coaster that often accompanies dating. The consequences of toxic feminism and unrealistic expectations. Another powerful force driving men to walk away is the rise of what some are calling toxic feminism. Now, I want to be clear, feminism, at its core, is about equality and empowerment. But there's a branch of it that's become hostile towards men, focusing on undermining traditional gender roles and demanding an unrealistic level of emotional labor from men. Because why settle for just one job when you can juggle a million emotional expectations, right? For many men, the idea of being emotionally available at all times, having to constantly fight for respect in a relationship, and being held accountable for every single issue in society has become overwhelming. This pressure, paired with the threat of being demonized for simply existing as a man, has led many to say, enough is enough. Cliffhanger. The new power dynamic in relationships. But here's the twist. What if this walking away from relationships isn't a loss? What if it's actually the beginning of a new power dynamic? What if, by choosing to step back, men are taking control of their lives and opening up the possibility of healthier, more fulfilling connections? This is a shift that could reshape everything we know about love and partnership. Stay with me, because the next point is going to challenge everything you've been taught about relationships. Redefining masculinity and the future of relationships. One of the most powerful reasons why men are walking away from women is because they are learning to redefine masculinity. For years, men have been told what it means to be a man, whether that's being the breadwinner, being stoic, or being the emotional rock of a relationship. But in the 21st century, men are realizing that being a man means owning their own happiness, their own choices, and their own self-worth. Sometimes it's about laughing at yourself and knowing you're not bound by anyone's expectations, not even your own. Men are rejecting the toxic pressures of the past, and they're embracing a new era of self-reliance. This isn't about avoiding women, it's about creating space for relationships that are grounded in mutual respect and emotional maturity. The future of relationships won't be about playing games or conforming to outdated roles. It will be about two people coming together as equals, both secure in who they are, with healthy boundaries and clear communication. At the end, if you found yourself frustrated by the dating world, and if you're ready to take control of your love life and start building meaningful connections, then I have something just for you. Click the link on the screen to watch my next video, where we dive deep into how you can navigate modern dating with clarity, confidence, and wisdom. Trust me, it's time to change the way you think about relationships.
Red flag number 7 is when she has guy friends. There's some rare scenarios where like a guy and a girl are old childhood friends and there's legitimately no sexual tension between them, but almost always when a guy and a girl are friends, there's some degree of sexual tension. And even if the girl's not interested in the guy, a lot of times the guy has been friend zoned and he's just like hanging around to see if he gets an opportunity down the line. And if you're talking to a girl and you notice that she regularly hangs out one-on-one or even just texts one-on-one with other guys, she likes the validation. Those guys are waiting to swoop in if they can.
And a lot of times, like, girls that have a lot of guy friends, they have one foot out the door in a relationship and they have like a lineup waiting for like, oh, if this relationship ends, it's okay because I have all these other guys that are interested in me.
And then she never even fully invests into the relationship with you in the first place. How many guy friends you got?
0, but I'm friends with a lot of your friends.
That's different though. Like, if I would want my girlfriend or my wife to be friends with my friends. It'd be weird if she wasn't.
Study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire dataset, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before. Ever.
They actually went into the reasoning behind these men not going and speaking to women. And I believe the list was scared of rejection, scared of like an HR response or being reported or Me-too'd in some way, shape, or form, not being successful, and just not feeling the need to walk up to women anymore was also one of the many answers that men gave on the list of reasons why they no longer approach women. So it's interesting out there.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.